everybody, welcome back to my huge channel. Today I want to talk with you about a collection you might not have expected to find on this channel. We all know them. It's a huge Swedish brand. It's a fast fashion retailer that also has a few studio collections, a few runway-like collections, and I want to talk today about H&M and their recent and most current studio collection for 2021. Just move on. That is review. Sorry. And if you like this kind of content, do not forget to subscribe or also follow me on Instagram if you want to see a little bit more of my personal style, maybe also. So yes, let's start. It's a bit dark, but it gets lighter. Ladies and gentlemen, a little out zooming just to pour. I could quit my corporate job and only sit here and bring the lamp. So the thing is, black and white. It's navy and white. So H&M just came out with their Spring/Summer 2021 collection, which seems like a very adventurous and experimental collection. If we also compare it to the previous ones, they also call it like Treasure Forever, which we will talk about. Why is it called like that, and are there any hints, and do we see some references of maybe some other designers that H&M designers might got influenced by. And first of all, I want to say I do not want to start with this whole fast fashion industry debate that we usually have. I know it's a huge topic, but today I really just want to talk about this brand from a design perspective, and if you see any inspirations, and without seeing and touching this collection like in real life, what can we say about it? Is it a good one or isn't it? And also tell me down below, what do you think of these fast fashion retailers collaborations with big designers, or not only collaborations but also fast fashion retailers that start to design like on a higher level. We have seen that with Uniqlo, Zander, JW Anderson is there, Le Mer, etc. We have seen that at H&M every year almost. We also see that at places like Zara, who also tend to have like a special collection on top now that they also call Studio. So I would really like to know what you think about these. Do you take them seriously, and do you also participate in them? Do you consume this kind of trends? Yeah, just tell me down below. So how H&M describes this collection from their own perspective is that it's a very whimsical and carefree and adventurous collection, that it also has inspiration from fairy tales, and that we're maybe not used to see in a lot of collections. We know H&M has these big dresses also, I think the last one that they had, but this time it is also very much concentrated on sustainability. We know this is a big topic at the Swedish house. They also say that in general this whole collection has a very timeless appearance, and that they envisioned kind of this enchanted explorer and this daydreamer kind of person while designing these things. Overall, I have to say that I was pretty surprised when I saw the page they created just for this collection. Because they had a lot of things like the archive collection in it. It is also possible to buy a few of the archive pieces from previous studio collections, which is also again another sustainable approach. We again have a collection that contains mostly sustainable garments and products, which isn't something very new, and I think again, if we see that from a critical perspective, we know it's still not enough, of course, as a fast fashion retailer. So what I also think is pretty cool here, and I actually wish to see that from big design houses, is when you see the single looks, you can also push the play button, and then there comes another person who is sometimes a creative advisor, sometimes a graphics designer, a person who's kind of who has a bond to the certain look that they're showing, and that person is explaining something, you know, what they thought about it, how they feel about this. And I think this is extremely thoughtful and extremely inspiring also for us when we see something is being designed. I mean, we see something, and sometimes, you know, it's that mystique vibe that you have, that you kind of have to analyze the garments and the items on yourself. But I also think it's pretty interesting to see like on every single look the certain inspiration and the thought behind the design. So let's start right away with the first look. So as I said in some of my previous videos, I have a thing for fringe. I don't know why, I just love it usually. as long as it's not like Western inspired, you know, or like too bohem. That's also the style that I don't like. I like to see it a bit more yeah, edgy inspired, and yeah, in a bit different language than we maybe see it like on these cowboy boots. So this is another skirt that looks wonderful to me when I see it. First, of course, I cannot say anything about the quality here. We see it combined with a blazer and something underneath and with long boots. So actually, I cannot say anything negative about this look because that's something that I would wear 100%. The blazer gave me a strong Jacquemus vibes here. You know, you have this cotton fabric. It seems like if you would have it in your hands, you know, you could really see the garment, and yeah, also the color, the broad shoulders. The skirt is something we have seen in a lot of design houses, but the first one that popped into my mind was Proenza Scula, who also had that. Now Bottega also had it. I mean, Celine has it. I do not know if we can really bring it back to one person who kind of created the fringe skirt. So
you want food? Food. Food. Thai food.
Thai food.
Thai food. You didn't tell me I'm not an important course.
Eh? No. So overall, I would say this is a pretty sophisticated look. A bit edgy also. It's a bit loosened up with the lighter color blazer, in my opinion, and this bralette underneath. Also, I get here some Ors and Iris vibes. I think it's an LA label, and I have no clue how to pronounce it probably. But it's, you know, you have these wires under your breast, and this is something that the brand is very famous for. So we definitely see here some strong references, or let's say inspirations, while looking at this collection. Another thing that I also was pretty positively blown away by were the boots, and I'm a boots person, you have to know. I think no person can have enough boots, you know, long, short ones, you always need them, and the longer ones look pretty sophisticated when you're wearing a skirt or something that is not as long, you know. This is something I found for myself, and I've seen here these ones, the green ones. I think they look pretty cool. Also, it's all vegan leather. Also, this whole vegan leather topic is again a very big topic, I know, so I don't want to start with that.
It's plastic. Why don't they call it plastic?
Exactly, you know, there are these kind of people, and then they're
like,
the kind
I don't get it.
No, it's made of pineapple leather. So
okay, it's not plastic.
It's SpongeBob. And I have to say that I also have my prejudices towards vegan leather and the word vegan here, because I do not know if it's just, you know, like plastic, as she said, or if it's really like made of fruits or vegetables. But this is made of fruits apparently, and I think that's pretty cool. I also like the color a lot. From the front of the shoes,
you want salmon, or you can also have some king prawns with.
Oh, king prawns.
Wait, I wouldn't know. Oh, king prawns. I quickly give you the menu. Please have a quick look, and then you can decide.
Oh, it's pretty expensive.
For you, only the best.
It really is.
I know it's very. Oh
it's
my
not...
god, we're touching your sensitive.
Yeah.
You know, peoples. Should I tell you? You know,
I have 1 week
She's so
spots.
greedy when it comes to food.
Yeah, because we could cook
Oh,
ourselves.
wait, $3,000 jacket. No problem. What? You want 15 euros for your food? No.
No, it's totally fine.
No.
You know, another black dress that is pretty cool. It has broad shoulders. You know, it looks like it has what do you say? These. It seems like it has shoulder pads in them, and we're all in for the shoulder pads. Also, the fabric reminded me of my wonderful Gisanda shirt that I have. Of course, this is probably not Epic.
Silk.
So, of course, this is probably not silk, but that's also not important. Actually, silk is pretty problematic as a fabric. If we look at it very closely, I actually love this little fringy things that look like human hair on it, but I'm not sure because they have these little, you know what I mean? I will show it now. They have these little things on them, and I have to think of my time when in 2008, you know, when we all were wearing these vests from Zara, which made you look like a Mongolian sheep or something. So this is also the vibe that I get, but I also get a little bit of Gisanda vibes, but overall I would say I'm not sure, I have to see it.
Gold is okay, but sheep is too much.
Gold is okay. And this is a look, I think a perfect look where you really understand the whole storyboard about this collection, which are obviously pirates. You know, I really had to look at every single look and think about it, and then I was like, okay, that here we see a pattern. And it's not only the Uncharted Explorer or the Sweet Daydreamer that they try to visualize, it's actually just a pirate. And I mean, these striped shirts, I mean, it's nice. I'm pretty sure that we see this one right now at H&M's normal collection. Also, it's just from the men's department maybe. The cuts are a bit better, but I think it's pretty cool, but nothing special. And I have a positive connotation and a positive association when I think about pirates. So this is maybe what made this whole collection a bit more synthetic to me.
You think of Kara.
Yeah, I feel like Kara, and maybe I'll look a little bit like Kara.
Who said that?
What? No one ever
did. No one.
And so I didn't really like this one, and I do not know if it's part of the shoppable items, because I'm not sure if it is made to be consumed, is this hat. I love it. It's my favorite piece. I want to have this hat right now on my head. And we have seen this, I mean, J.W. Anderson, of course, has done this previously, and he had this phenomenal hat created, I think, for his 2020 collection. I loved all of them, and I actually really researched and tried to find it because I wanted to have it, even if it just stays as an archive piece, because I was thinking that it's insanely cool, and I still think it is. So of course this is just more like a classical pirate hat when you're like really trying to you know, act like a pirate or something. But I still think it's cool. I really like the fabric. Again, this is an item you can buy if you are a stylist and want to shoot something, or just for the fun of it. You know, I mean, it would be cool if you just wear it outside. So maybe you should think about it. I love it. As I said, I'm not sure if I can buy it actually, or is this just an ad for the sweater she's wearing. But as they said themselves, this is not only a collection consisting of like outrageously, extremely different items. They also wanted to combine very basic items, because as they said, this is a treasure forever collection, you know, so you kind of assume that we also have here pieces that we should also like treasure forever in our wardrobe, which eventually need to be things that are pretty basic. Okay, coming to the next look, and this is again a very interesting look. We're back at the Fringes, so I think Fringe will like stay forever. Whenever I have to think of Fringe, I have to think of that Emilio Pucci bag that I couldn't find anywhere, just on Vestiaire once, and somebody just got it before I could. And yeah, this is my little anecdote about Fringes. And
then someone bought it and I couldn't buy it.
Yeah. And this is again something I saw on an influencer, you know, who try all on these things before we all can see them. And I was thinking like, yeah, she's pretty cool. She most certainly has taken two dresses and just put them over each other, because I'm sure like this is not typical H&M design. So I was pretty shocked when I looked at their page and saw that this is actually just this dress, you know, just like I had seen them on her. So here I was pretty surprised, positively surprised when I saw that, and this is an item I would really like to have. And you know, if you push the play button here also, you see the product manager ready to wear like commenting on this look, which is really interesting. And she says like, yeah, you know, this is a look that could actually be, we could have shown it pretty sexy actually, but we tried to create it with long sleeves, but you can pull them up. And you also have these straps that are like a bit corset-like, and it's in your own hand to loosen up a little bit or just pull it really tight and make it a bit more sophisticated and more serious maybe. So you also have here the option to style it the way that you want to. And also they styled it with a wide leg pant, which I think is really cool, because I think you need to see a strong contrast between the fabric and the color of the dress. So, you know, it doesn't look as contrasting. So here, in general, I think things that are very voluminous or extraordinary underneath, like a straight pant or something underneath to create a contrast and make it look a little bit more interesting. And underneath she's wearing some fringe sandals, so a lot of fringe, as I told you. I also thought of that Jill Zander pair that I saw, but also, you know, like so many other designers. Of course, overall I have to say we see the references, we see the influence and the inspiration, but I think we have to ask ourselves, I mean, H&M doesn't pretend to have created these things as the first ones ever, and of course it's not a good way to steal someone's designs and create them for a way less amount of money and, you know, sell it in form of fast fashion. And I think it's the most natural thing ever that also the fast fashion industry or whatever industry surrounded by high-end designers and their ideas and visions is getting influenced by them. And it's really hard to figure out, you know, what is a copy and what is an influence, because it's the most natural thing to actually get influenced by it, and that's actually something that we all want, because this is something you can be proud of as a designer. But you know, if you're a label that just copies like 1-to-1 and is selling it like for 1/10 of the price, I think this is an issue where one should really, you know, like strictly be against off and not participate in consuming these items. Here in this collection, I have to say, I see the inspirations, I see the influence, and I think it's a pretty nice collection, and I cannot wait to actually really touch the items and see if it's really as high quality as they pretend it is. And in general, overall, I have to say this is a collection that I think is pretty fine, and I think I like it more than a lot of previous ones from H&M. I do not want to bash fast fashion retailers here, because this is a topic that I would not want to discuss here, because I think it's a political issue actually, to discuss the position of fast fashion retailers in this wheel and circle of fashion in general. But here I just wanted to highlight the design perspective of this certain collection. I hope you liked this video, and do not forget to subscribe and watch my other videos. And I will just get my Thai food.
So you finished already?
Yeah, I'm finished. Oh.
You mean you can go to bed on time?
Maybe.
Oh, we need a thumbnail photo. You always have the same thumbnail.
Okay, so I'm just saying bye. Bye, bye, bye. Okay, geht nicht.